Hello everyone, my name is Carly Thomason and today we are making something very easy and a simple comfort food that you probably already have all the ingredients for in your kitchen. Now I'll have to mind the flour on my cooking coat because I've just finished making homemade biscuits, which is going to go along perfectly with what we're about to make. Today we are making a beef sausage gravy that you could really put on anything. Today I'm going to put on biscuits. You could put on English muffins or anything that sounds good to you. So first thing that you're going to want to do is pull your hair back and wash your hands, which I've already done. And I've also prepped all the ingredients that I'm going to be using. So the first thing that we're going to do is take the beef and add some seasoning into it to give it the nice sausage flavor that we enjoy in biscuits and gravy. So what we're going to do is we have 1 pound of ground beef prepped and ready to go. And in a small container, I have 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Now, you can add up to half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes if you'd like. Personally, I am not a fan of a lot of spice, so I'm just going to stick with 1/4 teaspoon. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all these seasonings into our meat. And we're also going to chop up 2 teaspoons of fresh sage. You can use dried sage if you'd like, but today I have fresh sage, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and chop it up. I'm gonna chop mine up really small. I don't want big bits of sage in my gravy, but you can chop this up to whatever size you like. All right, I've got 2 teaspoons of sage ready to go. So now we're just going to add it into our meat mixture. Alright, that's everything that we're going to add to the meat, so now we can go ahead and mix it all together. Alright, so we're just going to finish mixing this up real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and go over to the stove and start cooking it up. Alright, I've got my pan heated up on a medium-high heat. I'm going to go ahead and add this ground beef with our seasoning. And you're going to want to cook this on medium-high heat for 8 to 10 minutes or until it's cooked all the way through. And do not rely on the color of the meat to see if it's all the way cooked. It should be cooked to a minimal temperature of 160 degrees. Alright, our meat is about halfway done cooking. Just make sure you chop it up into small bits so it cooks evenly and all the way through. Alright, now that the beef is done cooking, we're going to go ahead and turn our stove off. And we're going to take the sausage and drain that grease or fat off from it and set it aside. Alright, now that we're done with the sausage, we've got it setting aside, and we're going to start the gravy. For this, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter or olive oil. We're going to need 1/4 cup of flour and half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Additionally, we're going to need 3 cups of skim milk. Alright, we're just going to use this same pan that we made the sausage in. So we're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter or olive oil. And we're going to go ahead and get this melted up. Now once our butter is melted over medium-low heat, we're going to go ahead and add in our 1/4 cup of flour. Alright, and you're just going to want to whisk this for about 4 minutes. And what that does is it gets that floury taste out of it. So you're going to make sure you really mix the flour and butter together. And after about 4 minutes, we're going to go ahead and add in our milk. Alright, it has been about 4 minutes of whisking the butter and the flour together. So we're going to go ahead and add in our 3 cups of skim milk. Just go ahead and slowly add it in and whisk as you're doing this. Once you have this all added in, we're going to go ahead and keep whisking it continuously until it comes to a boil. Once again, this is over a medium-low heat. Bringing it to a boil is going to help thicken that gravy up. The butter and flour act as a roux or a thickener for our gravy. Since we heat it with the milk, it's going to make our gravy the consistency that we'd like it. All right, you can see now that our gravy is finally boiling. So we're going to go ahead and just keep whisking it a little bit. And now we're going to turn that heat down to low and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. This is just going to work to continue to thicken our gravy up. And as you're whisking, you can feel it getting thicker. And it's just going to continue to thicken. And when I'm making gravy, I like to keep some extra flour and milk off to the side. That way, if it's too thick or too thin for how you like it, you can just go ahead and add some more flour to thicken it, or you can add milk to make it thinner. Right now I'm pretty happy with the consistency, and it's not done cooking yet, so it will continue to get thicker. But I like to keep those ingredients off to the side just in case. So we're going to let this simmer for 2 to 3 minutes and make sure you're still stirring it so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. All right, we've let our gravy simmer for a couple of minutes. And now we're going to go ahead and add our salt and pepper. Remember, we had a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to go ahead and whisk that up. All right, and now it's time to add our sausage mixture in. Just gonna go ahead and mix all of that sausage in while the heat is still on low or simmer. That way that sausage can get mixed in and heated all the way through, because we did set it aside a little while ago. So just go ahead and keep that heat on and keep cooking that gravy until the sausage is ready. All right, and you can go ahead and taste your sausage if you'd like and add more salt and pepper to your liking. But I believe that this sausage gravy is ready to go and ready to serve up. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and serve the biscuits and gravy up. I'm gonna go ahead and get a biscuit out of here. Go ahead and cut it in half. And I can just go ahead and add some gravy. All right, everyone. Thank you guys for watching this demonstration that I did. And I hope that you guys enjoy your biscuits and beef sausage gravy.